YouTube, welcome to a brand new episode of the Dublin Shamrocks. Back at it again. We got a brand new season. Forgive me for the part about where I messed up the draft, but just be positive about the outlook we got. Looking good. Speaking of an outlook, we can go 4 wins, 7 wins, make the playoffs, get the Super Bowl. That feels like a little bit too much right now. We need at least another season of like getting some good talent and shoring up our defense. Our defense still has some holes. I'm saying make the playoffs. We can do that for sure. As most of you guys should remember, if not, here's a refresher. We've got some injuries right now that are hurting us. Jonathan Allen, again, injured, which, again, he's got 2 weeks left, so he should be back soon. Xavier Edwards, who I feel like gets injured all the time, is out for 5 more weeks. And Lindley, the biggest injury we have right now, 3 more weeks of the partial PCF tear. And because he's out, we had to go ahead and get a backup running back, and let me show you guys him. So Bryce Love is still our starter right now, but we had to go ahead and pick up Xavier Edwards out of free agency. This guy's actually not bad out of Oregon State. He's 91 speed, 90 acceleration. Agility is very good. Juke move is very good as well. Change of direction is super high. And then really outside of that, stamina is kind of trash. So he's not going to be really effective in the catching game. He does have a high motor. He does also fight for yards and run after the catch. So that's good. But I don't know how much work he's going to get with Bryce Love being our main guy for the next 3 weeks, but still it's good to have someone in there to back him up. So we're kicking off the brand new season and we're not exactly playing at home. We're playing it in the Giants. Okay, so we hopped across the pond, ready to go to Meadowlands or wherever they're playing. Now I don't even remember. We're taking down the Giants today. They stand no chance. Daniel Jones, you will not beat us again. I promise you. Hopefully. Without any further ado, it is time to kick off the season again. Our team's looking a little bit different. Defense, again, a lot of holes. I think my biggest thing I want to go ahead and address in the upcoming offseason is our linebacker core. A lot of our guys at linebacker are super old and in my opinion don't really cut it at this point. So we want to make sure that we get some guys in there that can really get that job done. All right, so in and out route here. Like what I'm seeing. The Morty got killed. Take the completion though. I mean, McLaurin got hit pretty hard there, but like he got up, so I mean, I think he's okay. The 1st and 10, Bryce Love get an opportunity to carry. Loops back inside, picks up a couple of yards, we'll take the 2. This season's really going to be a big one though for Cole Cook because he doesn't have Thad Lindley for the first 3 weeks of the season, so defenses know that he's not going to be at full staff like he usually has been. Can he get the job done? We'll find out. The word has it that he went to the coaches in the offseason and said, look, let me run the ball a little bit more, some design run plays. He's all over. So we're going to try to give him an opportunity to shine in those situations. OJ Howard, our newest addition, coming down the middle of the field, and I'll take that, big fella. Get yourself a 1st down. Now, OJ Howard's also an interesting guy for us because while he's talented and while we got him for pretty much dirt cheap, we do have a really good young tight end that's waiting to get some playing time too. Now, I'm not saying we're going to ship out OJ Howard, but if the right deal comes across the table, there's a decent chance we might go ahead and pull the trigger on that one. This pass across the middle was somehow caught. Are you kidding me? How did that get completed? We're inside the 10 now. That was a wild play. Deontay Arnold now has his first grab of the year. We'll take that. Couple of options here. We're going to put Arnold here on a little underneath route. We'll take it his time. You'll see him scramble a little bit. Feeling the pressure. No one's on that side. He's going to completely get rid of it. 2nd and goal coming up. And off to Bryce Love. Is going to find his way through. It looks like the 2-yard line. Got a big 3rd and goal here. Cole Cook's going to drop back. Got his guy. It is off the fingertips of the defense, and it's a field goal coming up. Wait a second. Coach said let's go for it. Now, we originally called a run, but they've got such a heavy presence right now. We're going to opt to go for a pass here. Cook gets the pass. There's no one on Michael Gallup, but he can't hit him. Are you kidding me? We can't believe that. That is terrible. And just like that, the anti-Cole Cook brigade, I'm sure, is all out there in full force in the comments down below saying, you got to get rid of him. Can't give up on him yet. That was one drive. Just trying to lock up here. Dion Hamilton, one of the best young players in our linebacker core. We're not going to get rid of that guy. I think he's going to be our left outside linebacker of the future. But in my opinion, Cole Holcomb, probably replaceable. Reuben Foster, definitely replaceable. And we got Mr. Walls coming in. A middle linebacker that honestly we want to give him a little bit of time, but I think he'll replace Reuben Foster at some point. Nice little play here. Barkley with a nice little hurdle, but he ends up getting 1. Walls is in the game now. 2nd and 9. He had a lot of pressure, but they get a beautiful pass out here to Sladen. Colvin got absolutely torched on that one, and they are going to go 86 yards to the house. That's embarrassing. Things are not looking great for our defense right now. That's a major play. Run defense looks solid. Passing defense, I mean, Aaron Colvin, he's going to see the bench pretty much. We're benching him right now until the 2nd half at least. And really, if he gets in, it's going to be because we need him out there because we have nobody else. Outside of that, man's not getting any playing time in the near future. Pass across the middle, so close to hitting Howard, but pressure rolling Cook's face. The big play coming up here. We got Gallup on the outside. We're actually going to put him on a streak route here. Dem's going to be our underneath guy in case we need some escape. Howard looks to be wide open yet again. He's been a major target today. He continues to kill it down the middle or the left-hand side of the field. Cook has definitely found a rhythm with Howard so far. You got to love seeing that. If anything, we're seeing a rhythm somewhere, which is making us pretty happy. Cook stops, drills a dime to Deontay Arnold for his second grab of the game. He's now to the 31. We're in field goal range. Ending the first quarter without any points is not exactly ideal, especially when your opponent actually has some points. But you know what? We're in scoring territory yet again. Bryce Love. We'll take the 2 yards. Yeah, we're not really expecting the running game to be anything super crazy right now. Really, we're wanting that to be something that can help us out and contribute when we need it to. OJ Howard down the middle of the field. And what a grab by the big fella. He's killing it right now. No, y'all don't want to give Cole Cook credit, but there was a heck of a blitz coming through. He recognized that he had one-on-one coverage with his tight end down the middle of the field, and he made something beautiful happen. Now, Bryce Love's going to carry the ball, and he gets a yard. Well, 2nd and goal from the 5 now. Cook sells him pretty nicely. He's going to carry that when he picks up 2 yards. Okay, we're on the doorstep again. This is a big play coming up. Giants are trying to lock us up here. We got a couple of guys possibly eligible to do something big, and they get open. Gallup. An incredible catch by Michael Gallup. We paid a whole lot of money for him in the offseason. Technically cheaper than what he probably should have been. He was worth every penny after that grab. A dot by Cook, only where his receiver could catch it, and Gallup made it happen. The Giants got a pretty heavy formation coming up here, so we're going to look to see if we can get a blitz going. Foster and company.
Oh, no.
To stop him, and oh, this is not what we want to see. Trey Sanders, one of the fastest guys in the field. We have a knack for giving up big plays. Gave up another one. Defense, this is not looking good. I know that we're missing some players on defense, but we're not missing enough players to be playing this bad. Oh, good Lord, that was terrible. And really, the offense hasn't played that bad. It's our defense is really just letting us down wholeheartedly. It's not even close. This is coming. Pressure got to him again. So a major 3rd down and 14 right now for the Dublin Shamrocks. We need something positive in our life. This is going to be close. On a positive, defense dropped it. Our goal right now is to stop giving up big plays because that's basically all we've done right now. Jones under center. Barkley has been killing us. Every one of the Giants has been killing us right now. We finally get a tackle for a loss. Here's a little 2nd and 11. Jones, the only guy in the backfield, so he has no protection. That is a grab for a 1st down on Christian Norwood. So Layton already has 100 yards receiving today because he had that major 86-yarder, and then that one pretty much puts him right where he wants to be. Davis, can you turn around? Could have had a pick. Giants knocking on the doorstep right now. Again, we're just trying to do something, anything to contain them. Holding them to a field goal would be a major W right now. Looks like a halfback screen coming up. We got our guys there. Reuben Foster makes a big stop, dropping him. So a big loss of 3 now. Daniel Jones obviously has to pass here with a 1.5 minutes left. They go for the slant routes, and Slayton continues to kill our team. The only solace I have is that at least it's not Ronald Darby. You know, now it's Christian Norwood getting beat left and right. And what a hit by Foster to jar that bar loose from Slayton. I'm hyped about that. That honestly has been our only bright spot on defense. Can we force the turnover, please? I would kind of love to see that right now. Well, 2nd and 10 for the Giants. Go to a halfback screen, but we got guys right there ready to stop him. Big play coming up. 3rd and 12 now. Drop our guys back a little bit. Play for the line. Just do not give up a 1st down. That's our biggest fear at the moment. Things underneath are fine. We'll take them running something out of bounds like that. They lost the yard. They got to kick a field goal. All right, Colvin off the edge. He's been burnt so far today, so he's really getting his first opportunity back on special teams and put in some effort. Want your starting job back? Do something big on defense. Unfortunately, he's not going to. We hold him to a field goal. It's a positive. We got a minute left and 3 timeouts to try to answer back right now in the 1st half. So we're coming out with a 1st down. Just praying we get something good. Oh, this is almost bad, but we got that one. We'll call it timeout. 1st and 10, almost to the midfield mark. That's not bad. Even a field goal here would be incredible. Bryce Love getting out past his blockers, but that's fine. I want him to get out of bounds. That's our #1 priority right now. We're trending in the right way right now. Gotta love it. Cole Cook again. He's got his guy Howard. Howard's gonna keep him moving. Howard's got an opportunity. The over-the-shoulder catch, looking like Willie Mays. The wrong sport. We're playing football, not baseball. Take the touchdown. 2nd touchdown of the day for Cole Cook. OJ Howard gets to celebrate. Ladies and gentlemen, try to be down 3. Look at this one more time. I mean, that's a perfect throw. Howard completely torched the linebackers. He's going to keep it going. I know we got a young tight end behind him waiting. Maybe we'll find some ways to get both those guys in. But for now, I kind of like how we're looking there in offense. So going into halftime, it's been a tough one. Defense has definitely let us down, but we saw some positives there at the end of the first half. Can we keep that going in the second half and do even better? Dear God, I hope so. So our team is back out. Look, we're trying to see if we get Chase Young a little bit of pressure. He hasn't really gotten to Daniel Young yet, or Daniel Jones yet, and we're hoping that can switch up finally. You go for a run here, but a great hit by Deion Hamilton. Little 2-yard loss there. Chase Young drops back a little bit. Trying to get their guy to the edge. They do. Barkley makes us look silly, and then we ultimately see him, but not before he gets about 12. The running game and the short passing game has worked out really well. I mean, honestly, most things have worked out really well for them today. And the slants continue to kill us, especially with Slayton. Norwood, do better. New York is moving down the field really easy right now. I don't like how our defense is answering back at the moment. Finally fill a gap, though. We stop him after 2. The more I look at this team, though, I just feel like our defensive line is almost there, right? We have one major injury, but I feel like we need something on the outside linebacker spot. But what a hit by Cole Holcomb to get a sack there. I love that. I mean, here I am talking about how I can't wait to replace him, and look at the play that he makes. Gotta love that. Great hit by Cole. Keep that up, young fella. We're floating one out here. We got our guys that, ladies and gentlemen, the first pick of Trey Sanders' career. He didn't get one at all last year. He has some great plays, but the big fella comes up with a beautiful pick again. One more time. Daniel Jones is the sideline. Trey Sanders is not so fast, my friend. One more look. 1 foot, 2 foot. It counts on Sundays. Now the momentum is here, right? Made a good stop. They couldn't really do much there after Trey Sanders obviously shuts them down. And then our running game is not looking great. It really does feel like our running game is going to be until week 4, until it's really where we want it to be, because this offensive line, there's only so much you can do. What happened there, Cole Cook? I mean, in my eyes, Cook had him open. He just took a little bit too long to throw it. Ultimately didn't get what he needed to, but it is what it is. We're back out here trying to fight again. We're going to put Gallup on a slant route as well. See what we can find here. Split in the safeties. McLaurin is going to drop. Was a guaranteed first down. I'm disappointed. McLaurin had that right where we needed it. Just could not get the job done, and you hate to see that, honestly. Jones the company again in the backfield. Chase Young has his X factor, but could not do anything there. And even though Foster was on Ingram, he still got the catch. Jones now has about 12 yards on that pass. He's got about 200 yards on the afternoon. He's feeling pretty good with how our defense is playing against him right now. Whoa, that's got to be in the offense. That's definitely a false start. That's what I like to see. First to 15 now. They're going back to the run. Barkley got nowhere to go, though. Holcomb comes in for the tackle. Trey Sanders right now still has his X factor, so if they throw his way, I like the chances of us getting something there. What a dot! Right over top of us, and another first down for New York. Corner is definitely still a spot of need for us right now. We've got, some guys in secondary, like we have Kendall Fuller, obviously a safety who's done really well so far today, but a lot of our guys, not so much. And Reuben Foster, you've got to pick that. That is one of those plays that you don't get very many of them. Foster, you're a veteran, you got to get your hands on that one and hold on to it, not just tip it.
Nope.
Quick little check down to Barkley, goes nowhere. Comes a big play. Chase Young, please get to the quarterback. We need you right now. Put some pressure on him, young fella. You and Montez Sweat have got to be our guys. Oh, this is looking like it's going to be out of bounds. I like that a lot. They're going to line up for a field goal here. It's a 53-yarder. I'm imagining their kicker can probably hit that. Looks like Dan Bailey. No pressure from us. That was going a little short. That one is not going to go in. He choked. Here comes our offense. We need something big right now. It's been a pretty bad couple of drives. Michael Gallup, we got to get him involved, and we get a nice pickup of about 12 to 13. Great play call, already across the midfield now. Cole Cook, keeping him moving, gets it to McLaurin, who dropped a big one last time, holds on to it here. Drive's looking perfect right now. Gotta love everything's moving at the moment. He drops back. Short pass this time to Bronco Barnett. Barnett's going to get swarmed by 3 dudes, and he still picks up about 4. Again, our team is still down 3 at the moment. Third quarter's winding down. Final play of the half. Got our guy coming out of the backfield, and O.J. Howard, a late slot through, and he gets down to the 7. Running game has been pretty much non-existent, but we're still trying to make them at least feel like it's a threat to some degree. Bryce Love, all the time in the world. That is the best blocking we've had in the running game all day, and dance, young fella. You got in the end zone. Giants are down 4. The pressure is all on them right now. They're at home. They do not want to lose their home opener, especially to a divisional rival. Trying to lock up here. Go to Barkley again, who gets a couple of yards, but goes out of bounds immediately. Looks like he may not have actually got his feet down there, so we'll take that. 2nd and 10. Chase Young moving inside a little bit. Trying to get some pressure on Daniel Jones. He's just not been able to get anything on him today. 35. Defense has got to lock up here. Do not give him any yards. Obviously going to be a passing play. That one's going to be close. He ends up getting hit twice as hard there by False after breaking the initial tackle, and we're going to hold them to a 4th and 5. Back out here again. Going to get some plays going. The guy wide open. We will take that. It is McLaurin finally making somebody miss, and he's going to get down this time to the 50-yard line. Say what you will about his first half performance, but Cole Cook has been fantastic here in the second half, and I will not take any slander about that man's name right now. Bryce Love through the middle. That's a solid gap, and he picks up 6. One of his better runs today. You don't have to do a lot here, but I do want to keep them on their toes a little bit. This is an absolute beautiful pass down the middle. We did not have to throw that, but look at that. Cole Cook with the dot. I'm still blown away. He's had some bad passes under pressure, but that's the most poise that he's had by far today. Maybe even in his young career so far. Bryce Love again up the middle. Not anything pretty, but it is 5 more yards. Read option has been a little bit of a problem for them. They've struggled to actually stop the inside game out of it. They haven't really allowed anything on the outside, but I guess they know that Cole Cook is a threat, so they don't want to let him do anything, and they'd rather Bryce Love do it. Monster play coming up for both sides here. Cole Cook knows he's a bit big for his team. He's got a guy in the back of the end zone. It's caught, but it's not going to be a touchdown. Arnold could not get his feet down, and it's 4th and 4 now. As much as I want to go for it, the field goal makes so much more sense. We're going to line up. We're going to kick it. It's down the middle. Got a 7-point lead. Defense, do your job. Now's our time to lock up here. 1st and 10. Jones obviously going to be in pass-happy mode the entire drive. Got to watch for his short dump offs. He's been going to Barkley a lot. They go for an underneath play. That's a great breakup by Trey Sanders. Look, I think it's safe to say that Trey Sanders in year 1, not a guy that you could really count on. He didn't really make a lot of plays, but this time, kid's showing up big. Watching out in the flats. Again, another great pass breakup, this time by Norwood. And Norwood was terrible in the first half too. He gave up so many inside slant routes to Slayton. He shut him down mostly here in the second half. Jones here, big 3rd down. That's a heck of a pass, and even harder hit by Sanders, but he holds on to it. If you can take that hit from Trey Sanders at full speed and still be okay, Godspeed to you. What a throw by Jones. Saw the blitz coming, threw it right where it came from. Other play potentially coming up. They go for the check down to Barkley. That one goes nowhere. Giants looking to drive. Clock is winding down. We're going to the low route. We'll take that because they stay in bounds too. And we got here Reuben Foster in defense again, trying to lock up. They're going deep. We got a guy there in Norwood. Slayton has not been a big factor in the second half. Until right now. Norwood got burnt and he got mossed. Doesn't get any worse than that. Cole Cook on offense have the ball. He has over 300 yards passing today. One of his best games by far in his young career. Got an opportunity to shine. What can he and this offense do right here, right now? 75 yards in a dream. Bryce Love down the middle. You gotta love that. He's gonna pick up a chunk of yards. We're gonna use our first time out here as we get almost to midfield. As a reminder, a field goal still wins this game. We don't need anything too crazy. A field goal will absolutely win this one. Off his back foot, he's going to throw one to O.J. Howard, who mossed him. Are you kidding me? I'm kind of blown away by how good he's been today. Unreal. Unreal. Just out of field goal range for our guy. Dumps it off to Bryce Love, who's not really going to go much of anywhere. We might have actually lost some yards, which we did. Timeout. 18 seconds remaining. 1 timeout left. We need to get at least 10 to 15 yards here. We're going to put a couple guys on slant routes. Pray for the best. We're going to put Gallup on a clear out route going deep. He's got one-on-one coverage. We might risk it. Safety help's going to be over top. Cole Cook likes what he sees. He's got his guy, and McLaurin gets out of bounds with 13 seconds left. The poise is unreal. Talk about big-time players making big-time plays. That is the definition of it right there. Still going to go for something here. See what we got. Right across the middle. That could have been really bad. Let's chill. With 9 seconds left, rather than risk anything. Oh, they're going to ice the kicker. Okay. They're going to ice our kicker. Ram Gano. Going to knock this one in and win the game for his team. This is for all the marbles here. That one hooks back to the left, and with 5 seconds left, our team has an opportunity to win this game. Kick things off and go ahead and squib it. Don't want to give them an opportunity to really return anything. It's going to take a couple of seconds off the clock to really ruin what their day is going to be. Incredible one-handed grab. You got to be kidding me. That is going to run the clock down to 1 second. They're going to call a timeout. So technically that may not have worked out the way we wanted it to, because they returned that a lot more deeply than what we thought they would have. Casey Hong is getting held, in my opinion. This one is going to be a noodle of a throw. Not really going to go far enough. Tipped up a couple of times. Slayton nearly has that one. But Jones and company are going to fall 3 points short as the Shamrocks come in and shock the world. So checking out the stats today, Cole Cook had a fantastic game in my opinion. 21-31, 352 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and most importantly, not a single turnover. I'll take that every single time. On the ground, Bryce Love did have 12 attempts for 34 yards and a touchdown. Not bad. Barkley obviously had a much better game with 11 and 84 yards and a touchdown. And Cole Cook, he couldn't really get his running game going because the Giants keyed in on it heavily. Because Thad Lindley wasn't there, they knew he was the guy to stop. In the air, Darius Slayton again was an absolute problem. 10 grabs for 217 yards and 2 touchdowns. We had no answer for him all day today. Barkley has 7 for 20, but OJ Howard for us, 6 for 44 and 1 touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 6 for 108, no touchdowns for him. Jimmy Reese had 5 for 77. We saw Evan Ingram come in. Bryce Love had a couple. Gallup only had 2 for 18. He did have a touchdown. Arnold had 2 for 39. Arnett called 1 for 4. And then Glenn Walls was somehow in a middle linebacker and played tight end and got 1 for 9. Okay then. On defense today, Reuben Foster was everywhere. 11 tackles for him, 2 for a loss, got a half a sack as well. Christian Norwood got burning coverage all day by Slayton, but again, it is what it is. Ended up with 7 grabs. Chase Young had 4, 1 for a loss, no sacks for him. Trey Sanders, though, got our lone interception today. Again, Montez Sweat had 1 sack. Holcomb and Reuben Foster had a half a sack, and then our lone interception was by Trey Sanders, first of his career. It's about time. Starting off your season with a W is a great feeling, and considering it took us a couple of weeks until we got that last year and we still made the playoffs, I'm feeling optimistic. But look, can't hang our hat on just winning 1 game. We got to do this over and over and over this season until we can dominate and get ourselves back in the playoffs to make a heck of a run. This team has some gelling to do. There might still need to be some trades made here and there to fill some gaps, but ultimately, I feel really good for the start of the season for how we played. The offense looks the best they've ever looked. The defense, there's some holes, there's some issues. But overall, if we get some pressure on that quarterback from our defensive front, once all those guys are healthy, we're going to be a problem in more ways than one for the first time ever for the Shamrocks.